Hello everyone, it's Bianca again here today, and today was day 3 of week 0 is what we call it here at Pottsville, at the Pottsville location. And this is something new that they've just recently started, so not everyone will go through the same thing that I'm going through, because Pottsville, to my understanding again, is the only transportation office that is doing this right now. Today we did a lot of hands-on training. I took a lot of notes. I always take notes and draw pictures and stuff so I can remember things easier. So I didn't record yesterday. No, I did, but I didn't record like anything else yesterday because we were just working on the pre-trip, looking at the different parts of the truck that's under the hood. We were focusing on that. I did take some notes from yesterday, but we are on, February 7th. The one part about the pre-trip that I wrote down is you always wear your gloves when you're doing a Walmart pre-trip, because it is an automatic fail if you don't, because if you don't want to get grease on your hands and it's hard to get off. You really don't even want to touch any places with grease. But when you're doing your pre-trip and you touch areas, you put on your gloves, you take them off before you get in your truck, and you put them by the seat where most truck drivers keep their gloves anyways. Also, what I wanted to talk about, if you are not really experienced in trucking, always try to stay out of the left lane. There's only certain times where we can be in the left lane. Sometimes if it's construction, they want all trucks. If it says all trucks left lane, they want all the trucks to be in the left lane for a certain thing. But mostly we want to keep our trucks in the right lanes as much as possible, because if you are staying in the left lane, that causes road rage incidents, and people will come around you, brake check you, try to flip you off, stop in the middle of the highway and stuff like that. So that's how you avoid accidents when it comes to that. You don't need to be in the left lane if you're not passing, or even if you are trying to pass and you're just side by side with another truck. Just slow down and get behind them. It's just really important not to egg people on, so to speak. I forget. It's just like rubbing salt in the wounds. But even if you do your best, and people are just still, they're not really educated about trucks, and sometimes they act like the trucks are not there. But a lot of people do dangerous things in front of trucks. And I'm not only going to say it's cars, because it's other semi-drivers as well with their road rage and stuff. The next thing, we watched a video called Distracted Driving Ends Here. It's a safety video for CDL and non-CDL drivers, and that's on YouTube. If I find it, I will link it in the description below. I should have it in my notes, but I will link it in the description below, so you can watch that video. And it's about, texting and driving and other things, showing people who were texting and driving or on their phones while driving. And but I'm just going to say, disclaimer, there may be some things you see that may upset you. Just be careful if you can't handle watching videos like that. If you get caught by a cop using your phone in a semi, it will cost anywhere like $25,000 plus dollars. That's coming out of your paycheck, and around $15,000 plus for the company. I don't know if that's just for Walmart or all companies. Each state might be different again, so take in consideration what your state is. I don't know if you can Google this and see what it is in your state. I'm out of state, and my CDL is going to be in Maryland, so we have to drive down to Maryland for me to get my CDL. But anyways, texting and driving makes you 23 more times likely to be in an accident. If you need to be on your phone, you should prepare yourself before driving. And that means that if you're in a parking lot or in your driveway, you need to be stationary, do whatever you need to do on your phone first. And then if you need to take your focus off of driving, you need to pull over first and then do what you have to do. Pull over and stop. Make sure you're 100% stopped. Don't start slowing down and then looking at your phone and something else. Make sure that you're 100% stopped and parked with your four ways on if you're on the road. Pull off to the side and then do what you have to do. Now I'm going to get into the rest of, today's pre-trip. I like draw and add squigglies and all this other stuff to my paper because that's just how I study. So in the video that I was talking about earlier, it is, what's the name of the video again? Oh, Distracted Driving Ends Here. I believe it was that video. It said there are 3 types of distracted driving: visual, manual, and cognitive. And texting involves all 3 of these things. So visual means taking your eyes off the road. Manual means taking your hands off the wheel. Cognitive, taking your mind off of what you're doing. So remember, texting involves visual, manual, and cognitive That's all the distractions that texting causes while you're driving. When you're using your phone while driving, it slows down reaction time, similar to having a 0.08% blood alcohol level. Put the phone down. Don't worry about it. You can check it when you take your break or when you get to where you're going. Do not drive. Even if you're just creeping down the road, don't look at your phone. I'm going to go on to air brake check. For this air brake check, we need to do so we can pass our CDL test when we go get our real CDL license. So air brake check, for the first thing you want to do is you want to go to the side of your truck, and it's different in different places. So my pre-trip is going to be different from everyone else's because this came from specific, it's not Walmart, but it came from the facilitators who created this to help us learn. And I used a paper. I'm not going to share the paper, but this is what you basically have to say. So air brake check, you get out, you go into the side of your truck or wherever your chocks are. You get your chocks out and then you go and you chalk the wheels. I will insert a picture, hopefully around here, so you can see what chalked wheels look like and one of the ways you can chalk your wheels. Then when you do that, you get in the cab and then you fully start your truck. And this is what you're going to say to the examiner. And you're going to tell them, you're going to state, I need to run the engine until the air pressure cuts off at between 120 to 140 psi. And you're going to need, the verbiage is going to need to be on point, because if you miss anything or even forget the verbiage, it's an automatic failure for this part of the test. When you run the engine until the air pressure cuts off, the air governor is gonna purge, which is that psh sound. Call out what the PSI air gauge reads. So I'll say, my PSI air gauge reads 120 PSI. Then what you do, you turn off the tractor, then you turn the key on, you turn the key to the on position, but you do not start your truck. So what that means is that you're going to turn it to the on position, but you're not going to crank it so you're starting the engine. Then what you are going to do is you're going to release the air brakes. By doing that, what you want to do first, I recommend, is to push in the yellow knob first and then the red knob. The red knob is the emergency trailer air brakes, and the yellow knob, I believe, is the truck's air brakes. Because if you can press both of these in together, but if you can't, like my hands are really small and I can't press them together, you push the yellow one in first and then you press in the red one second. Because if you press the red one in first and then you press the yellow one, sometimes or most of the time, the emergency air brakes will just come on anyways. Allow the pressure in the air tanks to settle. What you do is you apply your foot to the service brake, and that's the brake pedal that you're using with your foot. And when you do that, that's the initial air pressure loss test. So when you apply pressure to the foot service brake, your PSI will lower. And I think that's what it was. Yeah, your PSI will lower and it will go between like 100 to maybe 99. And so when that happens, you're going to hold the brake, keep the brake pressed down for 60 seconds. You can either time yourself or ask the examiner to time you. After the 60 seconds, after the initial loss of pressure and the needle settles, you should not lose more than 4 psi in 60 seconds. The warning light and buzzer should come on before the air in the tank reaches 55 psi. Check the warning light and buzzer by fanning the service brakes. So that same brake that you were holding for 60 seconds, you're gonna push it constantly until you hear the buzzing sound and your dashboard will come up with a warning light. It'll say warning, low air pressure. In other trucks, it might say something different. So when the warning light comes on and the buzzer comes on, that indicates that you are losing air. When that happens, you are going to say to the examiner, the knobs should both pop out, indicating that the spring brakes will set between 20 and 45 psi. Then you're going to keep fanning the brakes and you're going to call out the pressure reading on the gauge where both trailer and tractor knob pop out, indicating your emergency brakes are set. So I'm going to back up a little bit there. You're going to, after the initial buzzing and the warning light comes on, after you say what PSI your truck is at to the examiner, you're going to go ahead and you're going to keep fanning your brakes. So when you keep fanning your brakes, you're going to do that until both the emergency spring brakes, both the trailer and tractor brake knobs pop out. The emergency trailer brakes might pop out first, and then the yellow one might pop out. If it doesn't pop out, you're probably going to have to retake the test, because that's what they did with us. So both knobs popped out. You're going to tell the examiner that. So after indicating that your emergency spring brakes and are set, you can get out and remove your chocks. This is the end of that test, and you need to pass all of that. You need to remember each one to pass. If you do not say the verbiage and the things for this air brake test, it's a fail. It's an automatic failure if you get one thing wrong or have the wrong verbiage. I might go on to backing later because I'm gonna watch the videos that they gave us and stuff, but they were giving us good points and good tips on backing. And they showed us a demonstration about that also. I'm going to add some of the videos in where they were backing. I don't remember if I took a video of the over-exaggerated ones, but if I did, I'm going to include that in there as well. And when I am more prepared for the backing, I'm going to come back on here and talk to you more about backing.
We turn that wheel to the right and keep in mind that trailer on the back might swap the front.
You think you can see that?
Yeah, he's already cranking on that. That's going to bring that trailer over in a real big hurry. And then he'll square himself right up in it. See how he's bringing that over? And now he's going to start cutting back the other way. There you go. Now he's going to square it right up.
I see he's getting underneath of it, but it's still pushing that trailer this way.
That's it. Just like on
Yeah. Now he's going to kind of square up. Covers off and go down.
Ah.
Go down and get it.
Now what do you think I'm gonna do?
Now he's going to be perfect when he straightens it up.
Now he's straight, he's centered on the hole, he's perfect, just straight line back.
Yeah.
If you watch his front tires, it'll be back and forth.
Solid, like Will said, like a snake rolling through the sand. Little input into that steering wheel.
So
We're gonna do some more backing tomorrow, so I'm gonna have my notebook and write stuff down of how the backing and stuff works. And maybe I'll show you more videos. They're gonna do 3 different tandem slides to show us how things work. All right.
All right, so now that pin, he wiggled it, that pin locked in, right?
Yeah, I heard it.
So now I'm going to charge up the system. Okay? Now once he moves forward a little, you're going to see all those pins suck in. Okay? Now he's all the way back.
Okay.
Okay?
There'll be times you have to move these all the way up and go down the road because of weight.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so now he's going up. So let's say we want it in this hole here now, right? Now I would come out. We're going to release the pressure on the pins. When he moves back just a couple centimeters here,
gonna pop
all those pins are going to eject out. Okay, he went forward.
Yeah.
So see how they all
Yeah,
pop back
yeah.
out? We're going to have it on the other side now too. That are
Okay.
going to do the same thing. Okay. Now this system, the newer trailers that we have are nice. They have the air assist.
Yeah.
Most of the trailers that we have, there's a bar that comes here you have to pull.
Okay.
Okay.
But for right now, that is the end of this video, and hopefully the next video I can get into detail with more backing, because right now I only have a little sliver of artwork and stuff when it comes to backing. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button, and also hit the notification bell to be notified when my next Associate Driver Program video vlog comes out. And leave a comment on any questions that you have below, and don't forget to check the description for the YouTube videos that were mentioned in my notes, so you guys can see what is going on. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.